Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel. Like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a phone cover. Here it is. It looks like this. Here it is. We have our this long back strap here and it simply opens up here like this. You can have your phone, you can have your stuff in, and here it is. Now for this one I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and for this one I've used my this 3.5 mm of the hook. Here it is. So let's begin. So here it is. We will start with a slip knot. So just have your yarn and have a slip knot here like this, and now we will have our chainless half double crochets here. So for that we will have chain 2, 1 and 2. Simply just have a chain 2, turn your work. Now this is the back side of your chains, this is the back side of your first chain, and this is the back side of your second chain. I will yarn over and will insert my hook into my this second chain here like this, and will grab the yarn. So here it is. I'm gonna have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 1 loop only here like this, and now yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and this is your first half double crochet. Now here if you want you can have a stitch marker so that it will be easier for you to understand which is your first stitch. So I'm just going to have my this stitch marker here. This is my first stitch, my first half double crochet. Now we will turn our work. So simply just turn your work and you're going to find your loop in here. So this is your loop. If you can see, this is your loop. We will work on our this loop. So here it is. Yarn over and insert your hook into this loop here, into both strain of yarn here like this. Here it is, and simply grab your yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 1 loop only. You're again gonna have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. This is your second half double crochet, and now we will repeat over this pattern until our 55 half double crochets. So here it is. I will yarn over and will go to this back loop here like this. Insert your hook into this loop in here like this and grab your yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 1 loop only. Yarn over and pull your yarn through remaining 3 loops. Here it is. And here your pattern is forming up, and this is our chainless half double crochet. So we're going to repeat over this pattern for next 55 stitches, and we will have 55 half double crochets, and I will meet you after my 55 half double crochets. So again, yarn over and go to this back loop. You're going to find your back loop here and simply insert your this hook in here like this. Here it is, and grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 1 loop only, and now you're going to have 3 loops in your hook, so yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. Here it is. You've got your this 4th half double crochet. Here it is. Keep on working until your 55 stitches, and I will meet you after my 55 half double crochets. And here it is. I've got my this chainless 55 half double crochets here for my row number 1. Now for the row number 2, here this is my last half double crochet, my 55th half double crochet. I will chain 1 and will turn my work. So here it is. Just turn your work, and here we will skip over this chain 1. We will go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch, grab your yarn and have 1 single crochet, yarn over and go to that same stitch again and insert your hook and grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. So here it is. Into this first stitch, have 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet. Now we will skip over this next stitch and go to the stitch after that, and here again we will have 2 stitches into over this 1 stitch. We will have 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet into over the same stitch. So grab a yarn, have 1 single crochet and have 1 double crochet here. Here it is. Again, we will skip over this next stitch and we will go to the stitch after that, and here we will have 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet into this 1 stitch here. Now keep on repeating this pattern. Again, skip this next stitch, go to the stitch after that and have 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet here. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way until the end of your this row number 2, and I will meet you at the end of row number 2. So here it is, it looks like this, and I will meet you at the end. And here it is, at the end of my this row number 2, I got my this 54 stitches. Here it is, and I'm here. Now here I'm gonna skip my this next stitch, and I will be here on my this last stitch. I'm just gonna take out my this stitch marker. Remember, we had our this stitch marker on our this first stitch. So here we got our this last stitch here, and here we will have only 1 stitch. So here we will have only 1 single crochet. So skip your this next stitch, go to the stitch, into this last stitch, and have 1 single crochet here, like this. Here it is, and now have chain 1, turn your work, and repeat your row number 2 for your row number 3. So skip your this chain 1, go to this first stitch, insert your hook, and have 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet here. Again, skip this next stitch, go to the stitch after that, and here again have 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet here. Here it is. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way until the end of your this row number 3, and I will meet you at the end of this row number 3. So here it is, have 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet. Skip your this next stitch, go to the stitch after that, and have 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet. Here it is, it looks like this. And here it is, at the end of my this row number 3, I got my this 54 stitches. I will skip my this next stitch, and I will go to this last stitch, and here again I'm gonna have only 1 stitch. I'm gonna have 1 single crochet, and that will make my 55 stitches here. And here it is, it looks like this. Now for our row number 4, I'm just gonna have a chain 1, and will turn my work. So turn your work and skip your this chain and go to this first stitch, yarn over, and insert your hook into the back loop of your this first stitch. So yarn over and insert your hook into the back loop of your this first stitch, grab a yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. So here it is, we're gonna have 1 half double crochet into each stitch, and our every half double crochet is back loop only stitch. So here it is, yarn over and go to this next stitch and insert your hook into the back loop of your this next stitch, grab a yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. Again, yarn over, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop of your this next stitch, grab a yarn, and have your this 1 half double crochet back loop only. Here it is, keep on having 1 half double crochet back loop only into each stitch from your previous round, and by the end of this round or row number 4, we will have 55 half double crochets, all back loop only stitches, and I will meet you at the end. And here it is, at the end of my this row number 4, it looks like this, and I got my this 55 half double crochets. And now we will repeat our row number 1, 2, 3, and 4 until our row number 12. But for our row number 5, as we started with our half double crochets here on our row number 1, we will again have half double crochets on our row number 5. But for our that half double crochet row, we will have 1 half double crochet back loop only into each stitch from our this previous row. So for that, this is the last stitch of my row number 4. This is my last half double crochet. I will chain up 1 and will turn my work. So turn your work, yarn over, and insert your hook into the first stitch, and insert your hook into the back loop of your this first stitch, grab a yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. Again, yarn over, go to this next stitch, and have your 1 half double crochet back loop only. So here it is, have this half double crochets here on your row number 5, but all of your stitches will be back loop only stitches, back loop only half double crochets. Here it is, it looks like this here. And now repeat your row number 1, 2, 3, and 4 until your row number 12, and your 5th stitch you're going to repeat your row number 1, but your this half double crochets will be a back loop only stitches. Again, for your row number 6, 7, and 8, repeat your row number 2, 3, and 4. Again, for your round number 9, we are going to repeat over this round number 5. So for your round number 9, you will again have your half double crochet row, but your half double crochets will be back loop only stitches. So simply just repeat your round number 5 for your row number 9, and keep on repeating your row number 2, 3 and 4 for your row number 10, 11 and 12. So go up to your row number 12, repeat your row number 1 to 4, and I will meet you after my row number 12. And here it is. After my row number 12, it looks like this here. And here I've got my this last stitch, and here I'm just going to have my this last chain one to secure my this yarn. And now I will cut my yarn. Here it is, and simply secure your this last stitch. Now you can hide your this both the ends in. I'm going to hide them in right now, and we'll meet you after that. And here it is. It looks like this. And now you can have your this stitch marker on your this stitch number 28. Now you will count from any of your this sides, go into this middle stitch. Your stitch number 28 is your middle stitch. So just have your this stitch marker on your this middle stitch on your this stitch number 28. So if you will count from here, you're going to have your 27 stitches here like this, and you're going to have your 27 stitches on this side, and this middle stitch is your 28th stitch. Again, here you're going to have your 27 stitches in here and 27 stitches in here, and this stitch number 28 is your this middle stitch. So simply just have your this stitch marker on your 28th stitch on your both the sides, and here we're going to close our this two parts here like this. So we will have this side as our inside, and simply just fold them up, and your this side, your this front loop side is your front side here like this. And now I will go to the stitch number 28, insert your hook into the stitch number 28. You can take out this stitch marker from here, and now we will attach our this second color, our this second yarn. So here it is. I'm just going to have my this second color here, and we'll attach my this second color here like this. Here it is. Have a chain 1 to secure your yarn here. Now insert your hook again into the same 28th stitch, grab a yarn and have one single crochet here like this. And now we will attach our this two sides together. So here you're going to have another 27 stitches. So you got your first stitch here and another 27 stitches. So in total you're going to have your 28 single crochets here while attaching these two sides together. So here it is. This is your second stitch. Go to this next stitch, have both the sides, have both the loops, and here have your this third stitch. Go to this next stitch, insert your hook into this both the sides here like this, grab a yarn and have one single crochet. Keep on having one single crochet on both the sides on each stitch, and you will have 28 stitches, 28 single crochets, including your this first stitch, 28 stitches all the way until here, and I will meet you here. Here it is. I got my this 28 stitches here, and now after this last stitch, your last single crochet, 28 single crochet, here we will chain up. Now here we are going to have 150 chains. So I'm going to chain up 150 here. So it's 1, 2, 3. Just go up to your 150 chains. And we will create our strap in here. Now if you want to have a bigger strap, you can always increase the size of your this chains. I'm going to go up to 150 chains, but if you want to have a bigger back strap, you can always increase the number of chains, and if you have a smaller back strap, you can always reduce the number of chains. So there is no chain counts in here. So simply just go up to the size you want. I'm going to go up to my 150 chains, and I will meet you after that. So here it is. I got my 150 chains here, and now here after my this 150 chains, I will go to this first stitch. So this is my first stitch here. I will insert my this hook in here, and we'll go to the second side and we'll insert my hook into my this first stitch here, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have one single crochet here. So have this one single crochet here, and now keep on having one single crochet on each stitch from both the sides. Keep on attaching your this both the sides here, and again on this side you're going to have your 28 single crochets, and I will meet you at the end. So here it is. I will go to the second stitch and we'll have both the stitches here like this, grab a yarn and have your single crochet, and have your 28 stitches here, and I will meet you after that. Here it is. I got my this 27 stitches here, and I will take out my this stitch marker from my this middle stitch here and here into my this last stitch. I'm gonna have my this 28th, my last single crochet. Here it is, like this. And now chain up one and turn your work. So simply just turn your work, and here go to this first stitch. So this is your chain one. Go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch, grab a yarn and have one slip stitch here and chain one here. And now we will repeat our this pattern all the way around until our this last stitch. So keep on having one slip stitch and one chain one on each stitch in here. So here it is. Have your the slip stitch and a chain one, go to this next stitch, insert your hook, have one slip stitch and chain one, go to this next stitch, have one slip stitch and chain one, go to this next stitch and have one slip stitch and chain one. And here it is. Your work will look like this. Now keep on going until your this stitch number 28, and I will meet you here. And here it is. I've repeated my pattern for 28 times here on this side, and now we are here on our this chains. Now here again we will repeat our the same pattern. So just go to this first chain, insert your hook into this first chain in here. So this is your first chain here, like this. Grab your yarn and have one slip stitch and chain one. Again go to this next chain here, insert your hook into this next chain here, like this, and have one slip stitch here and chain one. Here it is. So just keep on repeating this pattern all the way until the end. So after your this chains, you're gonna be here on your this single crochets, and we will repeat exactly the same pattern on our this chains as well. So have your one slip stitch and a chain one, and I will meet you at the end here. And here it is. I got my this last stitch in here, and it looks like this. Here it is. And now having this last stitch, now here we will cut our yarn and we will secure our this last stitch, and now hide your this two ends in. And here this, I've hide my this ends in, and I will have my this button in here. So simply just have a button in here, and we are going to create our loop in here as well. So for that I'm just going to use my this first color. So here I'm just going to have my 8 chains. Now your this loop depends on the size of your button. So I'm here using my this medium sized button, but if you're using a bigger one, big chunky button, you might will need some more chains. So here it is. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, and that's gonna be enough for me. You can always check your this loop size here like this, and this 8 chains are gonna be enough for me. So here I've got this 8 chains, and I'm gonna cut my yarn. Here it is, and I will simply attach my this loop here at the back. So I will just go at the back, I will insert my hook somewhere in here, and I will grab my this ends of my this chains here. Insert your hook again into that same space and grab your the second end of your this chains. Here it is. Tie a knot in here and hide your this ends in. Here it is. And have your this button in here. Attach your button in here, and I will meet you after that. And here it is. I've attached my this button in here and my loop, and here it opens up here like this. You can simply close this one here like this, and your phone cover looks like this here. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.